All righty. Listen, welcome to everyone. My name is Jay Johnson,
And my name is Greg Bodwin.
we are part of Side Hustle and
Cash Flow.
all right, and we're here to introduce a new opportunity to our community, and we're excited about the guests that we have on this evening.
So tonight we have a really good program. We feel like it's something that we can all take advantage of. It's something that we definitely think that it's worthy of taking a look at and adding to your portfolio of things to invest in. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, our guest tonight, Roger Thomas, and I'm gonna let him explain this wonderful program to you. Roger, take it away, buddy.
All right there. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate it. Hopefully I'm here in Atlantic City. I made sure I got the deluxe package they had here for the internet. So hopefully you guys are hearing me loud and clear. I heard a little bit of glitching. I thought it was on my side. So hopefully everything is good. As he said, my name is Roger Thomas. My cousin is right there someplace on the screen, Jason Thomas. And that's how I know some of these good guys through other opportunities. You guys are definitely doing what it needs to be done in terms of not putting all of your eggs in one basket. So talking about that is kind of preaching to the choir on this platform. Why am I in Atlantic City? If you don't know, I am a musician. I'm a singer. My group has a concert tomorrow. We're just coming from Pennsylvania before this, heading to New York City tomorrow. And so I enjoy the life of touring. But I've always been looking for streams. Got to have streams, not trickles, by the way, everyone, not trickles, streams. Got to have streams, got to flow, right? It's really got to flow. So we definitely get into Ecclesiastes 11:2, that you best to have 7, if not 8 different streams of income. You never know what disaster comes upon the land. So the words of the evening, everyone. And by the way, this is a lot of times when people have seen me present, they've seen me do something 100 times. They usually catch me about my 200th time, 500th time. How about today being my first time? So here's the first time I'm going to present this. I have some backup just in case I fall off the horse. But I think my excitement is going to take me through this thing. I don't know, Greg and Jay, if you guys have been paying attention to this thing, but it's exciting. The words of the evening are going to be Metaverse Marketplace. Olympus certificates, 4.15%. Skyground, crypto-friendly bank, 50 billion per day. And I think I'll end that one with vision. Those are going to be the words for that. I'm going to say it again one more time. Metaverse Marketplace, Olympus certificates, 4.15%. That should get somebody's attention there. Skyground, crypto-friendly bank. That should ring a bell right there too. 50 billion per day and vision. Let's talk about that Metaverse Marketplace real quick. Now, I'm not the techie type. My cousin Jason will tell you that when he was in Bitcoin from the beginning, I didn't know what it was. He was explaining to me, and it was pretty much going through one ear, out the other. I'm just not that type of person that changes very quickly with the time. He was talking about something that was new to me, and I just don't change easy. And after a couple of years of not changing easy, I decided I got to get at the front of some of these things. And that's why I'm here in GSP. GSP is at the front of a lot of things. And why do we need to be at the front? Most of the times I think about, when paper money was first introduced. Can you imagine the amount of people that went to their graves going, I will never trust in that paper stuff. It's, you can burn it. I mean, they had all the logical reasons. But it didn't matter, right? It didn't matter. When times are changing, they are going to change. Now, when we talk about 50 billion numbers like that, I laugh sometimes when those numbers are thrown around. But why do we need to pay attention to those numbers? It's good to get 2 of those numbers, not the number for that year, but the number for like the next year. Because are we talking about growth, something that's stagnant, or something that is dead? Now, If somebody in New York City right now said that they wanted to get a taxi cab right now, they say they want to get a taxi cab right now, I would be like, what? Right? Why? Because that's an industry that is not even stagnant, but practically dead because of Uber. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I used one of those words, vision. I didn't have that vision. I'm originally from New York. I'm a New Yorker. And not only that, I feel like I'm street savvy. I've got all that. And I said, New Yorkers are never going to get in strange people's cars. Never. Not going to happen. I was wrong. I admit that I was wrong. I didn't have the vision, right? I didn't have the vision. Here's what I want you to do. I was going to do this full presentation all the way down the line. I was studying a guy named Jerry Craig. And then I said, you know what? Let me just play this 10 to 15 minute video, and then let's discuss exactly what's in the video. And that's how we're going to do this presentation today. So I'm going to share my screen.
Now we're living in outrageous inflation. In fact, I remember 40 years ago when inflation was even higher, but because everything is so much more expensive, it seems it feels a lot worse today. Then we've got the supply chain disrupted. We're hearing stories and potential issues with our future food supplies. We're hearing rumors about bank failures and the US dollar failing worldwide. We're already seeing evidence of the petrodollar being replaced by other foreign currencies and in the world of oil and gas transactions. And you know what? This is very concerning. What's going to happen to our dollar? What's going to happen to our money? For 2 years now, we've heard Joe Biden talking about the central bank digital coin that's been in development. Some say it's even in final stages of beta testing. What's going to happen to our money, the value of our money, when a central bank digital coin or CBDC comes out? How's that going to change the value of our investments? Is it going to affect our freedoms and our ability to transact money and use money? Lots of different questions that we should be asking. My question overall, though, is what is your plan B? What are you doing to protect yourselves and your family from all the potential issues that could come in these crazy times in which we live? Well, if you're not thinking about these things, you should be. I'm here to present to you a powerful solution, one that I believe allows us to maintain and keep control of a good portion or all of our money, wealth, and finances. But first, I want to ask you to imagine something with me. Imagine that today is July 5th, 1994, and a little-known company called Amazon has just launched. Well, you were invited to be a member of the pre-IPO investor group. Now, IPO stands for Initial Public Offering. It's what companies do to go public and raise lots of money so they can grow their business. Well, to be invited into a pre-IPO group means you're able to buy shares at the lowest price possible before it goes public. And let's say, for example, you're able to buy a few thousand or more shares. And here we are, 28, almost 29 years later. How would your life and finances be different today? Chances are you'd be worth many, many millions. You'd be financially secure and set. And I'm sure your family would be very happy with that choice you made back in 1994. Well, guys, I'm here to tell you that you have something very similar, if not even better, before you right here and right now. Because today in the year 2023, you have an opportunity to become a part of the cement laying the foundation and permanent footings of a powerful Web3 metaverse or marketplace that I believe will change the world in which we live. Literally like a pre-IPO investor in this entire operation. But I believe even better than that. And you'll see why here in a minute. Allow me to introduce to you GS Partners and the Living World Metaverse and Marketplace. I like to use the word marketplace because in my mind, it helped me understand the metaverse better, especially this particular metaverse. So 5 years ago, a very smart, very wealthy individual set out on a mission to create the world's safest and most decentralized blockchain. He understood the value and the technology of an immutable ledger that literally could change the world. As a banker, he decided that he was going to move his entire banking operation and inspire millions of other companies across many different sectors of the marketplace to do the same. He decided to create a metaverse or marketplace in which this blockchain would be set, and he attracted other multi-billionaire partners. Since then, they've acquired 72 companies and multiple banks. They've inspired over 7,000 global brands and retailers to join this operation and become part of this metaverse. All told, billions and billions of dollars of capital contributions have come in to create what I am presenting to you here today. In my life, I've never seen anything more credible or potentially more powerful that you and I have an opportunity to participate in. So the question begs, why on earth would these very smart, very wealthy individuals and companies agree to come in and become a part of the foundation of this operation and invest billions of dollars? Well, here's the reason. Last year, the founder of this company stated publicly that by the year 2025, 50 billion a day would be flowing through the rails of this blockchain within this metaverse or marketplace. On February 1st of this year, 2023, he publicly stated that would happen 1 year early in the year 2024. Well, how are they going to do that? Well, let me give you some clues. He's inspired one, maybe two of the world's top 10 broker dealers to move their entire trading operations to this blockchain and metaverse marketplace. Guys, that alone is billions per day, potentially. Reagan Swiss was recently acquired as a daughter company. They are a multi-billion-dollar European Union company delivering health, wellness, and pharmaceutical products to companies around the world. Vi Worldwide is a major European commercial real estate and finance company moving their operations into this blockchain and metaverse. On top of that, 72 partner acquired companies and 7,000 global retailers and major brands are all moving their retail operations either in part or in whole to the rails of this blockchain and metaverse marketplace. That is massive. And I'm going to share a little tidbit with you in a second, give you some math that I think will blow your mind. So now the question is, okay, these billionaires, great, they threw their billions in. They're going to make more billions. What to do? Hooray for them. Why is this valuable to me and you? Well, here's why. 4% of the daily revenues of this operation are being set aside for you and me to share in. That's right, my friends. You have an opportunity to acquire a permanent place in this metaverse and forever share in the daily revenues and transactions. Even a tiny fraction of the billions per day that will be flowing through this metaverse marketplace will be worth, whether it's 500 a day or thousands a day or many thousands a day, will be worth generational wealth to you, passed along to your posterity for many, many years and decades to come. That is the core reason why I'm sharing this with you today. Let me share a little more information with you about what this company has done. They've acquired 5, I recently heard as many as 7 banks. All of those transactions, daily transactions that ultimately will be flowing with millions of people will be huge. They have acquired the highest level of banking license in Europe, where it is the most stringent of banking laws in the world. They were awarded one of those licenses. Moreover, it was announced they acquired the last fintech license in Switzerland, meaning financial technology license. That is huge. These 2 facts alone have garnered the attention of world leaders and billionaire bankers. But I want to focus on this third point right here. Every global industry potentially will be in the blockchain, whether it's this blockchain or others. All we're looking for is a slim fraction of the daily transactions in the world in every kind of category. See a list here: banking and finance, brokerage trading and real estate, oil and gas transactions, hospitality and travel booking, a multi-trillion-dollar business category in the world, transportation, logistics, postal and shipping, construction, online gaming and entertainment, automobile manufacturing and retail sales, used autos and trucks, all types of retail goods, products and services in virtually every category. What I want to do for a second is highlight one specific category, and that is Forex. Forex means foreign exchange or the trading of the world's currencies. Did you know that $7 trillion every single day transacts in the Forex market? And did you know that all other categories of markets in the entire world combined, it takes 3 weeks of trading to equal 1 day in the Forex market? One of the global brokerages that are coming into this platform has the 3rd largest trading desk in the world. They are bringing their entire operation into the rails of this blockchain. I hear potentially another top 10 broker is coming into this and doing the same thing. What does that mean for you and me? Well, let's take a look at it. 50 billion a day. What does that equal to? Just 7 trillion in one category of trading. 50 billion a day is equal to 0.007% or 0.71% equal to 0.007 for you mathematicians out there. Guys, that's a tiny fraction of just one category of the marketplace that's going to be potentially coming into this fantastic metaversal marketplace. Then add in potentially all the other categories of business. We know 7,000 companies. We know 72 72 acquired companies. We don't know what they are yet. They'll be coming out in a white paper soon. Bottom line, this is a massive opportunity for you and me to participate in. So now the question is, how do we get in? Well, the gateway are what's called the Olympus Meta Certificates. The brilliant minds behind this company created a certificate that is 18 months offered by GS Partners as entry into the Lydian World Metaverse Marketplace. There are 8 different certificates to choose from, ranging from $500 to $300,000 of contribution. Each certificate comes with 2 parts of contribution, a price side and a load side. The price side pays a reward of 4.15% per week. This money, this 4.15, is not coming from any kind of trading account. It's not coming in from new money from new customers. It is coming from a budget or a category of funds that has been set aside by this founding group, and we're talking billions, as a marketing and customer acquisition budget. These are marketing dollars that are being utilized to attract people into this platform to become customers and become part of this metaverse forever. Again, why would these guys be doing that? I'll tell you simply, they're going to make all their money back many, many, many times over, period. The load side is a managed portfolio that actually is trading by SkyGround, one of the partners, and it pays 18% quarterly or 6% a month, which is then either withdrawn or compounded quarterly. By the way, on that weekly 4.15%, you have a choice every 7 days. You can withdraw it, do whatever you want with those funds, or you can compound it into the managed portfolio side that, like I said, pays 6% monthly, compounds quarterly, or that can also be withdrawn quarterly. But here's the third reason, and this is my favorite. Yeah, those are great returns on the price and the load. But guys, as you buy the certificate and you participate, you receive entry into the metaverse in the form of citizenships. These citizenships become yours forever. They cannot be taken away from you. They cannot be reversed. This is your place ever set in the foundation and the footing of this platform that has been built for you to participate in and for the rest of the world to run through the blockchain inside of this metaverse. And you get to play in that forever. This is a screenshot from the GS Partners website. This is an example of one of the certificates called the Hermes. It is a $2,000 certificate. The price side is $1,000. The load side is $1,000. And in a different presentation, we'll get into this in greater detail. I have other videos that I can share with you that explain the power of these meta certificates. They are absolutely incredible in and of themselves. And then the gateway into the metaverse, in my opinion, is an even far greater opportunity. Let me introduce you to Joseph Haidt. Joseph is a multi-billionaire out of Hamburg, Germany. He made his billions in banking, in the mining of precious metals like gold and silver and others, and in luxury travel. He has brought money and capital as well as his companies into this platform who are participating at different levels. And the company's headquarters are actually also in Dubai. On top of all that, you've got SkyGround. This is a partner company, and the primary key contribution that they bring to this platform is trading technology and compliance. In the world of money, anytime you're involving money in anything in the United States or most countries around the world, compliance is of extreme importance. And I personally, having come from the background of investment and finance and money management, I think this is a fantastic added contribution to the platform. It's SkyGround, and they are official partners of the Lydian World and GS Partners. Now, finally, 7,000 companies, including major global brands, have come on board and will be running their platform either entirely or in part through the rails of this blockchain and this metaverse. Well, I don't know about you guys, but this information has blown my mind. And if you're like me, it has also blown your mind. So I invite you to make a decision. Decide if this is for you or not. Either answer is perfectly fine. If it's no, my guess is that's temporary, because at some point you're going to be involved one way or another in this platform, either as a buyer, in other words, as someone who consumes consumer products, your products through this metaverse, goods or services. You have an opportunity now to be an original contributor, participate in the foundation of this. If your answer is yes, then decide on at what level you want to start. What certificates do you want to buy? What combination do you want to acquire? As you do so, the whole universe and opportunity will be open to you to acquire citizenships in this metaverse, and that becomes your permanent foothold in place in the metaverse and marketplace that will forever give you access to all the revenue sharing benefits. And on top of that, if you want to choose to share it with others, which is not required, you're going to discover there are extremely profitable and beneficial opportunities for you to participate in both significant revenues and acquiring bonuses and additional certificates. I mean, the list goes on. I have discovered that this company is extremely generous in how they compensate those who choose to share it. One of my favorite all-time quotes is, "Money loves speed and time kills opportunity." Guys, opportunity doors and windows open and close. And right now, the window and the door is wide open for you to take a look at this and jump in. I can tell you that the train has left the station, and it is a fast-moving modern train that is on the fastest rails that are out there. And yet, I can tell you that with modern-day technology, I'm excited to share that we can actually get you on the train, but you got to make a decision. And if you waste time or you take a lot of time to decide, you actually just might miss the opportunity because there's no time like today. So the next steps are, if your answer is yes, do your due diligence, get your questions answered, get back to the person who invited you to this information. Number two, decide how much money you want to start with in your own contribution. Move your funds from fiat to crypto. We'll help you do that. In fact, you have a team behind you that will assist you every step of the way. Acquire your meta certificates within the Lydian world. Very easy to do. And ultimately secure your forever place in the Lydian world so you can share in those daily revenues. With that, thank you for taking the time to watch and learn, and I look forward to seeing you in the metaverse at some point in the future. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate that. Greg and Jay, is this, when you guys are on this platform, do you mention other companies, or that's kind of a no-no?
We mentioned all kind of companies.
Okay, so it's okay for me to say that as a person that was in Hyper, Novatech, funds, all these different things, it was natural for me to look for, okay, what's the similar thing here, which is the certificates. We've got these certificates, and Kimberly's going to follow me up and show you exactly what. He did put that on the screen, and the very simple thing is that it's split in half, and half does this and half does that. We call it a price, we call it a load, a price and a load. One side of that is 4.15%. And that is incredible. And it's natural for me to say, how can they sustain that? How can they do that? I already know that that type of percentage is incredibly hard. But what's great, this is why I'm starting from here, is that is a bucket of money that is just placed on the side for customer acquisition. It has nothing to do with the market. It's not about the market going up. That's why you can say it's going to be 4.15% every single week. And by the way, it's not just a calendar week. If you start at 8:38 p.m. tonight, 1 week from now at 8:38 p.m., you will have 4.15% on a return. And this goes for 18 months. Yes, it's natural for me to automatically think that's what this is about. It's about 18-month contracts and what type of percentage I can get. Okay, everybody, in this time that we have, that's not what it's about. That is just side money. That's just for fun, right? That's just motivation. The certificates are really about this metaverse. Again, I wanted to say Hyper because this is everything I wanted Hyper to be. I spoke about the metaverse every single day. What metaverse? We didn't even get started in a metaverse. What was beautiful when I first saw this is that they were not saying, guess what, everybody? We're doing a grand launch and the metaverse is going to start in October. When I came to the table just a few weeks ago, the metaverse is already in play. Citizenships are already in play. Residencies, political positions, mining, it's going on. 449 positions around the world are in play, right? Now, coming from, I live in the Atlanta metro area, right? About 7-8 years ago, I can't remember, maybe it's 10 years now, they built this international airport, and Atlanta is the busiest airport in the world, right? Do you know what type of companies were vying to be in the terminal? I mean, it was an incredible, everybody's bidding and the bids are getting higher and higher. And I'm saying, how are they going to make money? It was kind of like the people doing the Super Bowl advertisement. Are they really going to be able to make this money back? But they knew the value. How many people are going to be coming through there every day? This is why I said one of the words was 50 billion per day. So the CEO of this company, the founder, in 2022 says, through this metaverse, everybody, and don't make this a really complicated word, it is a marketplace. That's why he started with Amazon as the example. It's a great example. Everybody remembers Amazon? Bookstore? 1994? Bookstore, right? What can't you get on Amazon right now? This company has 7,000 global retailers already hammering outside. We're ready to go. We're ready to go. We're ready to be in there. I'm loving all of this because we understand the value of the marketplace in a virtual space. Trust me, I was a person, I used to love to go shopping. I wasn't one of those persons that I hate shopping. I loved it. Then this pandemic happened and we started ordering everything and doing all that type of stuff, everything virtually. I went out shopping the other day. I was like, I don't love this anymore. Right? I don't love this. The world is going virtual. Everything's going to be virtual. So now inside of this space, can you imagine? You heard another thing say 4%. There's a 4% pool, a 4% pool that is going back to the citizens, the residents that are in this space. So time is it's really, really important to really find your place in this. So the certificates are a way for you to get the currency, which is this metaverse is called Lydian World. And the certificates are for you to get the currency, which are the Lydian lions, to actually operate in this world. There's so many ways to get paid in this thing that the hard thing for me to think about when presenting it for any period of time is, okay, what do you talk about? What should we concentrate on? And that is the reason why I said, you know what? It's about understanding the metaverse, even though that's not the thing that everybody wants to immediately get into. They want to well, how does the money work? The money is incredible. I'm going to call on my sponsor in a second to express you how crazy some of that is in terms of some of the things that she's been in. This has been one of the amazing things. In fact, you know what? I'll tell that story right now. She actually said to me one day, she said, as she had an idea of how much I was making in hyperfund turned hyperverse. She said, Roger, you did say that you do not ever expect to make that type of money ever again. I said, yeah, I did say that. That's a statement, and I kind of stand by it. She says, no, I really believe that if you do the same thing in here for just this year, you will surpass all of that you did. And at that moment, I thought, that's cute, Nikki. I really appreciate that. That sounds nice. Really does. But, as a Michael Jackson fan, I just kind of treated the hyper thing as my Thriller album, right? That was the Thriller album. Everything from this point on, you can break some other records, but you're not going to break that record. Now that I've been here just about 4 or 5 weeks, I realized that the hyper thing, that was the Off the Wall album. That's the wall project. This is Thriller because they are now. So you just heard what's his name, Joseph Haidt, right? Somebody's pockets have to be really deep. One of the words I said for the evening was crypto friendly bank, right? That for you guys having these meetings, I suppose every week, come on, that has to be an exciting word. Crypto-friendly bank, doesn't it really exist? How do you get a crypto-friendly bank? Here's how you do it. Someone that's in crypto, that loves crypto, has to buy the bank. It's that simple. This company, as it stands right now, in fact, that's probably behind in what it just said in the video. It said 4 or 5 banks. I think that number is going to 6, 7 banks, right? And this is included in the United States, where right now, can you imagine all of what I just said, where you are now able to simply have I keep my money right here. I can get it to be a pound, a euro, a dollar, as easy as I can get it to become a Bitcoin, Ethereum, and anything else. When that happens, that's a game changer. Now, if this is the company that's going to do it first, which I believe they are, I wouldn't sound this as excited if I didn't think that, right? They're doing this now, right? Even the MasterCard, right? Back in Hyper, I used to hold up the Hyper card. Now, everyone was just excited about the fact that there was a crypto card that you could go out and use in the real world. That was beautiful, because we kind of think of crypto as the virtual world. Can you really use it in the real world? I mean, I was excited about that. I remember the first time I used it at Best Buy, I really felt that the person in Best Buy was going to say, hey, this didn't really go through, sir. When it went through, I was like, oh my goodness, this is incredible. But can you imagine a company that already has it in place where 4% of everything that is purchased with the card goes into a pool and is paid out to all of the ranking individuals? You know, however that's done, they've been doing it before, and then they stopped because they went to the company that was issuing the cards, and they said, well, we need to buy you. And they said, well, we're not willing to be bought. So they said, okay, we've got to go do another one. We got to go find somebody else. That is why, so we can actually control that. That's the type of company that I want to be in. Okay, with a little bit of time that I have, I want to say 101 things. The certificate is the gateway, okay? It is the gateway to get started. There are, like I said, 449 positions that you can have in that metaverse. There are over 500 and something waste streams to be paid in GSP. But one of the gateways for us to slow it down and for you to get started is with a certificate.
So this is the certificate that Roger was speaking of. And again, they are the key that unlock the door to all the earning here in GSP. And this one that you're looking at is called an Apollo. It's a $10,000 certificate. It's one of the ones that I have in my portfolio, and it's ready to fund. I just kind of wanted to show this one to you because of the fact of the simplicity of the back office of the certificates, and when you do any activity on it, how easy it is for you to come in and do that. So Roger was saying that when you do load it, so you of course get it for $1,000. You buy it for, this one is in particular, is you buy it for $5,000. You load it for $5,000. It's a $10,000 certificate. Every single week, we're earning $207.50 on this certificate. As you can see right now, right here, it says ready for reward. So I haven't taken the activity that I can with it. I can either compound it or withdraw it. I have not done that yet, but all it's going to do is it's going to keep earning while it's sitting there. So this will just keep increasing. The amount of the reward will keep increasing until I decide what I want to do. So if you go into the compound, it's very simple. You just press OK. And then what happens is the 4.15% that you earn on the first 5,000, the price of the certificate, which is what's paying out the $207.50. If I compound it, it goes up to the 6% earning per month and 18% a quarter at the other 5,000. But this here, this is where it would essentially be added to, is the 15,000. So there was a bonus attached to this that was added on with the load, which is the other 5,000. So now if I wanted to withdraw, this is the beauty of this back office and this program, is everything is in real time. So when you do decide if you wanted to cash out and maybe have it in your dashboard or your wallet, maybe you need to pay a bill, you can withdraw that every single week, you guys. I can withdraw it to my wallet. It will go instantly on my dashboard and I'll show you that. Or you can go into mining. So it can lead to a few different places. Now, if you do withdraw, and I will come back to the certificate, but if you withdraw, I just want to show you the simplicity. It goes right into your piggy bank. It's available to you the minute that you hit the button. So there's now no downtime. There's no waiting an hour, 2 days, 2 weeks. You don't have to wait for anything. It's instant. So basically it would land on your dashboard. It would go right into GUR, and it's available, which is the equivalent of the USDT stable coin, but at European. So that is the simplicity of it. And I'm going to just go into the portfolios that are not purchased, sorry, so that you can see this and get a little bit more visual. As you can see, the back office is incredible. Let's go to the Hermes. So again, there's a price. So the price is what comes from the marketing dollars that Roger mentioned, and it pays out consistently 4.15% every week, never going to fluctuate. That's what I came here for. The 4.15% and the credit card was exactly what I wanted in my portfolio. And that credit card, I feel like, is something that everyone in crypto is going to want and be here for. The max load, on the other hand, so they earn in 2 different ways. Essentially, you pay the 1,000 first, you load it for 1,000, then it starts earning. Now the 4.15%, you can remove every single week. You do not need to compound it. If you decide to compound it, it will go up to the load and it will trade for you at essentially 6% a month, 18% a quarter. Of course, it can fluctuate a little bit because it's live market. However, there's also flexibility in that too. You can remove your profits every quarter if you'd like to. And that's what I loved about this too, is the flexibility of the profits. You are not tied in completely for 18 months. You have the ability to withdraw your profits whenever you want. If you compound any certificate to the 18 months, then you're going to at least 5 times or more your money, your initial investment. Now, if you withdraw, you can 3.5 times your initial investment, and depending on which certificates you come with. Now, they start at $500. This is the Artemius. Now, this guy here does produce differently than the rest. It only produces 1.38% per week, and anything from the Hermes above is 4.15%. So it goes 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, all the way up to the big boy, the Zeus, which is $300,000.